Okay, so this is map 3 of Rogue versus FaZe. I didn't know it went to Volskaya, but this is Volskaya. I guess I forgot that it went to Volskaya. My dog really has to go out. This will be my last map for the night because the dog has to go out. But if we look at the defense from Rogue, or from FaZe rather, they're running the Genji Winston defense, no Reinhardt. Most teams run Reinhardt. I'm surprised that they're not. But that's the only deviation from the norm. I would say that most teams will run like McCree Reinhardt. That's like normal. But Genji Winston's good because Genji and Winston can like take more time. Like they can engage more. Some teams will run Tracer instead of Genji, but again, like Shadowburn's actually just so good at Genji, just keep giving him Genji. And I think that they know that this is coming from Rogue. I think Rogue have shown this before. Most teams run this comp. It's pretty normal comp for Koth. The Winston Zarya Genji Tracer. Why is this guy annoying me? But yeah, there's nothing crazy here. It's just how it is.
If ACAM on defense, if he does go McCree on this map, which right now it's not looking like it'll be the case, but should he go that? I think if he were to hang back and sort of focus on Shadowburn more, it might be effective. But here we go. This is going to be Rogue on the way, on the attack.
They're going to be playing with this dive composition, and this is a composition
very all-in comp, but you have to play all-in comps on Volskaya.
And it's just built around getting that early pick. Tavik barely going to survive.
He went for the health pack, and the Tracer had stolen it from him. So now Tavik's just sitting here with no health pack, but it's only because AKM just sniped it from him. That's pretty funny. So if he dies right here, it's unfortunate.
Reinforced, ganks the backline, down goes Shadowburn. The beast is dead. 3 kills here from Rogue, and they are just gonna roll right over FaZe, proving that they do have
sub Volskaya instead of Anubis.
everything going right for them.
Told you, man. It gets late, my brain turns off. But yeah, pretty good fight for Rogue right there. Nothing incredible, just they got the kills that they needed, and they're in a good position to push. The good news is the FaZe lost quick, so Rogue doesn't have that big of ult advantages. Like they have decent ones. Hello, bulletproof Glocks. Like fucking annoying people, man. Relax. But yeah, there's no ult advantage right now for Rogue. Like barely anything. Tavik's taking damage, a lot of it. Look at Shadowburn just hunting him. Shadowburn gets that kill actually on Unko, and I think he's looking for Tavik right now. Rogue's in a really good spot right now though, because they just got the Transcendence off, or the drop the beat, but why is... Alright. This was pretty game losing actually. From Tavik, because Nox drops the beat and he has Dragon Blade. Why doesn't he just pop it and go hunting? Like he sits on it. But because he sits on it, Shadowburn gets his off, and Shadowburn doesn't even have backup. Like there's no... Shadowburn's the only person with ult on FaZe. And since Shadowburn gets his ult off, he just goes straight for Tavik. And Tavik just dies. But Tavik didn't have to die. Like Tavik definitely could have Dragon Bladed and just met Shadowburn and had more backup. Because half of FaZe was respawning, like they're coming through this door right now. I think this is too easy using his Death Blossom. But I don't know why Tavik held it. Like, he had the armor from him. This is a strange move from Tavik, and I think it really cost them this push. Like, this push could have been a lot better if Shadowburn died. Like, if Shadowburn's dead, they actually have nothing in terms of damage. Except for, like, the Reaper, I guess, but... Wins is about to have Black Hole. I guess he wanted to use it on the Black Hole combo, but him not using it there just made Shadowburn make it work. Look at Shadowburn right now. He's just living life. No, there was map bans for this thing. Right. Just Shadowburn was just killing supports, but they just took the camera off him, so I don't know what happened. There were map bans and picks for this stage. Just someone picked Anubis. Yeah, I think they... I don't know who banned it. I didn't watch the map bans, but I don't think Hadamura was in.
they can do here.
Yeah, like Tavik wants to use his ult now, but what is he gonna use it against? Like,
FaZe rushing right back in the rogue. They're not letting him get the engage you want. Wins goes down immediately. Here comes Beaks. Late Dragonblade into the fight.
Wins died here. Okay, so like everything's just falling apart for them. Like, they've had 2 combos now that they haven't executed well. Like, they could have used Drop the Beat into Dragonblade last fight, they didn't, and then this fight they actually did a really good job of baiting out the Transcendence from Forsaken. But Wins died. And Wins died to like, Shadowburn is just, look at him, he's just carrying them, dude. Shadowburn just kills Wins, and then now they don't have a black hole to combo with the Dragon Blades, so Tavik's like on his own. This is just like kind of bad execution from Rogue, I think.
Not quite what Tavik was looking for. It's still not bad for Rogue. AKM is doing damage where Tavik was not. Graviton is out. AKM looking.
And then now Unco pops Transcendence to try to win this fight, but I think that this fight's already a lost cause. Or maybe not, because Wins has Black Hole. I don't know, it's going to come down to Shadowburn again. That was a pretty good, I guess that was a good Transcendence. But they don't have, yeah, this is what I mean, like, no, Wins isn't even there. I'm wrong. I'm like so wrong, actually. That Transcendence was awful. Wins wasn't in the Black Hole. Wins was dead. Wins was respawning. So they didn't have any way to win that fight with the Transcendence. So that was a bad Transcendence. That Dragon Blade was bad because they didn't combo it. Like, Wins died to Shadowburn. Shadowburn just got that kill and it was huge. And that won them the fight. But they shouldn't have used their Transcendence there. That was definitely not the play. Because now they're just waiting again. Like, FaZe keeps making these miracle plays happen. Like, they're at ult disadvantage, but they keep winning the fights because someone gets picked off at the beginning on Rogue. I don't know where Shadowburn's been hiding, like they're not showing it, but I would assume he's hiding somewhere and he just keeps picking them off from behind. But he's actually forced Tavik off of the Genji now, and Tavik's playing Reaper. So if you're Shadowburn right now, you're pretty happy. Because they don't even have a stun anymore on FaZe, or not on FaZe, on Rogue to kill him. Like, there's no stuns except for Black Hole, and that's not really even a stun. But it's bizarre. So like, now he's just gonna come in from behind, go straight for supports. Forces out, drop the beat, so he's not too bad or upset about that. Breezy gets the kill. That one kill is actually pretty big. But I think that they're in a good spot to cap right now, unless Shadowburn gets like a 5k, which is not gonna happen. I would have liked to have seen a Mei. Forsaken switches here, but is it gonna work? I don't know. Forsaken, maybe it does work. Things are really falling apart for Rogue pretty fast. That Mei pick was really good from Forsaken. He gets off the Zenyatta, he's like, fuck it, I don't have ult. They're actually stabilizing now, which is really scary. So Fact Fiction is probably gonna die here. Get off the. Okay, they're actually gonna lose, I think, here. Their timing is actually so perfect. Like, Fact Fiction gets off the point, they look at him, Forsaken comes in from behind, and Zom's got his black hole up. Like, this is kind of probably the best stalling I've seen from a team. Too easy lived like just long enough. Like, it's these, like, this stuff comes down to like hairs. Like, this is such a good position to be in for FaZe now because they just wasted everything. Like, Rogue has no ults. They have Drop the Beat and they have Monkey ult. But without Black Hole and without Transcendence, you're kind of boned.
420 left in their time bank right now, and this is rough. Going to the next fight, at the very least, they will have Sound Barrier into Pulse Bomb. They're going to have some outs here. Shadowburn should get Dragon Blade mid-fight, but it's a decent opportunity for Rogue, but they really should have had it earlier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Teams will probably start screaming PTR this week if they're going to at all. Okay, Forsaken's dead. It's a big deal. Okay, so this is, they should win this fight now. They never switched. Did they ever switch off the Zenyatta? Did they have a Zenyatta? I think they had a Zenyatta and he switched to Mei again. Mei sitting in the corner, being annoying. Mei Zarya is so hard to kill, man.
Pulled the miracle not once, but twice.
This is probably one of the scariest comps, I think, if you're trying to like actually cap. Like Mei Zarya Reaper on defense is some shit, man.
So close to the point, and here they come, just filtering on through.
They're filtering on through, and Rogue, despite
Like, I'm surprised that Rogue was able to make this work. I think it's because AKM gets a lot of kills on this Tracer.
Pulse bomb out from AKM. Again, they're having issues. Maybe it's a respawn change that happened earlier, but Rogue not really having good time finishing out this game.
FaZe is just winning, man. Like, although Tavik gets that massive ult off. I remember seeing this live and thinking to myself, like, how did that even happen? And that was nuts. He has like 5 HP and then takes a man fight. Like, not only did he decide he was gonna pop, this is like a miracle defense. So for that, like, yeah, I don't know. Rogue kinda, I don't want to say they beefed it, but their comp is having some issues, and their execution at the beginning could have been so much better. I think they threw a little bit, and now you're seeing this map come down to like I thought my stream broke. You're seeing this map come down to like small individual plays and people just living 1 second too long. Forsaken keeps dying because he keeps switching off the Mei to go back to Zenyatta, but he should just be sticking on the Mei the entire time, I think. Too Easy's just waiting in the wings to like try to come on when they need him to live. I would assume that Rogue will cap here, because if they hold again, I feel like that's a little too much. Yeah, there we go. It's finally over, or it should be over here. That was that was a lot of lucky small timings. I mean, it was well played and they definitely executed well, but there's not much to analyze there. It's mostly like you trickle in, and if you're on offense, you want to just keep using your ults because you have to get your kills as soon as possible because you have to team wipe them. But sometimes you wind up in a spot where it's almost impossible to team wipe them because of the way that they've staggered their spawns. Like, one person keeps getting to the point at the perfect time. That's pretty much what happened there. And once the Mei gets on the point, the Mei can delay by herself for like 8 seconds if you let her. And we saw that happen too.
Yet here they are going toe-to-toe with one of the best in Europe, one of the best in the world. Actually, the current world champion, if you want to go that far with it. But Rogue still can hold on defense. Of course, they could do something like hold on the first point. Anything can happen here on Anubis, and that's one of the reasons why I like these capture point maps. Very hard to call.
Yeah, the odds of FaZe losing with Shadowburn on Genji, like, Shadowburn's not going to make those mistakes, I don't think. Like, I don't know if TV's just not feeling it on this map, but I feel like him saving his Dragon Blade. And then I don't know what happened to Wins too. Like, Wins died to Shadowburn during a fight when neither of them had ult. And that just makes me confused too. But Tavik didn't get the kills you needed to get. Now he's gonna go Junkrat. I guess they're gonna hold the upper with the Junkrat. I don't know if they're expecting a Diva or something or what, but Junkrat's generally hard to make work. Unless you're really good at him. Yeah. This map's pretty volatile. Like, playing this map in a competitive setting, I would say, is almost like coin tossy because all it takes is like 1 or 2 good plays to win you the game on this mode specifically. It's so hard to push last. Like, the spawn is literally in the end. Like, the spawn is the end of the map. So like, I don't know. Rough life.
Almost taking out Zombs very early on, but look at all the ult charge. Actually did not build that much ult charge, despite how much damage Zombs took, so still things go here as Too Easy takes up the left flank.
He's just distracting them right now. Got them looking at him. I guess this is their play. They have the Tracer in the back that like distracts. As soon as they turn, then the Winston goes in, and then now there's the Genji in their face and the Tracer from behind. They have so much to deal with right now. Fact Fiction is going to go down, but I think Too Easy and Shadowburn should be enough to still get some kills. He goes down. So like, meanwhile, while they're doing that, Zombs and Raucus are just on the point fighting things with Too Easy. And they don't have a Genji or a McCree now, so Too Easy should just be able to... No, Too Easy's already dead.
very well with his friendly supports here.
He missed way too many pipes there. Genji should die to Junkrat 9 times out of 10. He's holding pretty well though, and he has tires, so he should be able to get a kill here. They're trickling in right now. FaZe need to calm the hell down. I guess they're just trying to get their ults up, so it's not the end of the world, but they're playing like super aggressive, and I think that it's kind of hurting them. They kept getting kills, but they kept trading. Like if they had just waited for 6 people and gone in after the initial fight, I think they would have had a lot more success.
It's going to be absolute mayhem. ZP is just about everyone's going to be looking to pop their ultimate.
So there's the tire.
Wait.
And that will define this fight.
Sneaky tire was trying to be a little bit too sneaky.
The zoning tire.
Without doing anything, was a little bit early. Winzo going to open up the fight in the Graviton.
Hope that they don't pop ults here. Okay, now that the McCree's down, you can kind of afford to pop ults. And then now that the McCree's down, you can pop Transcendence, you don't care. This should be a pretty easy fight for FaZe right now. Just because of the way that black hole might have been overkill. I mean, it was definitely overkill, but you get the point. I mean, you're not really scared right now if you're FaZe of losing because you know how bad Rogue's time was. I'm not sure that they needed to black hole there though. I mean, I'm sure that they didn't, but fine, I guess. T-Geek doesn't want to get off Junkrat because he's got tire. I don't know if that's the play. Hero's kind of a liability. Easy just making space for his team. They're all in on the point because they all just turn left to look at him. Gets the sticky on. This is so desperate actually. Tweezy dragged all of them out of position, and then they all just get kind of stuck in that left room, and now they just get plowed.
Filter on back in slowly, but just one tick left for the capture, the final capture. Could it be a super quick time here from FaZe? At least a much quicker time than was able to.
Mei comes out. Do they kill the Mei? Tweezy's just ready to pounce. Like, look at this hero, man.
Tweezy gonna push very far forward, try to get the kill before anyone even comes out of spawn, but this could be a similar kind of delay that we saw come out of FaZe.
This is where it gets a little wonky. Transcendence comes out from Forsaken. Resets the fight. Can they drop the beat right now with Raucous? This is actually so lucky that he gets in that little nook. Easy hits his shots right here. Yeah, that was good from Tweezy. But that was pretty lucky that he got on top of that Mei wall. Like if he didn't get in that little corner, the Mei might have been able to delay for another couple seconds. They have so much time now though. Like the clock is so in their favor that it's pretty hard for them to lose at this point.
From the beginning to the end. Nice stuff from FaZe though, man. They looked fantastic on both points.
They played that pretty well.
Defense on Anubis.
Like very well.
The European teams definitely tend to script.
They probably could have even had a better time on the first point, but I don't know. It's like kind of butterfly effect in this game where like you want to say like, oh, they could have maybe pushed the first point faster, but maybe they might not have been able to push the second point as fast. That was a really good second point time though. Like 5 minutes is a lot of time to work with. If they could full hold Rogue, that'd be incredible, but it's kind of hard. Like it's very hard. He's gonna stay on the Tracer now instead of playing the McCree or whatever. I think he was. I don't think he was playing Tracer before. I think he was playing McCree before. Or Reaper? No, it was McCree. It was definitely McCree.
They need to go forward. They clearly need to get point A, and then on their defense, they need to stall it for a long time on point A, and try. I don't know. It can be hard. I think their best chance is to play for a tie in the tiebreaker.
Yeah, both teams were able to capture this.
Do they have one right now if they had saved Black Hole? They just went without it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, maybe they didn't have to use Black Hole, but maybe because they didn't use Black Hole, it wound up working out better. I don't know.
Certainly, we'll see if they take a more conservative approach to defense. Rogue leaping right in, Reinforce leading the way, Tavik right behind, and they don't quite get the poker right away.
Tavik's going down fast here. Yeah. Shadowburn just does not lose a 1v1 in this game. Like, there is never a time where you feel like Tavik got the better of Shadowburn. And it's like when you win these 1v1s consistently, it makes such a big difference. Shadowburn's at 70% ult, Tavik's at 30. They're definitely going with Time Bank on payload next season. I think it's like confirmed.
Tavik looking for an opportunity. It's going to get poked back as Unco goes down immediately. It's a 65 now in favor of FaZe. Down goes
That's a big kill from Forsaken to get that kill on Tavik. Like every kill on Tavik is a big kill because he's a big bulk of their damage. Shadowburn just plays this hero like so well. 50 seconds now for Rogue. The odds of them capping through the map are almost none right now, and now they're just fighting to get 1 point, which is not a position you want to be. Huge black hole from Zombs forces them to pop ults to try to live, because every second that they waste, and then Shadowburn just goes in the back and gets a bunch of kills with the Dragon Blade. That was like perfect execution, and it really puts Rogue in a tough spot because they didn't want to pop ults there because that fight was never going to be in their favor. Like they finally didn't pop Transcendence or drop the beat in that black hole. So now they should be able to win this fight because of how many ults FaZe just dropped. They only have to really be worried about Forsaken's Transcendence, which is going to go out right now. But if Wins can get his black hole before this fight's over, they'll be okay, I think. But Tavik still hasn't used Dragon Blade. Like he goes in now. Like, look how lucky that was. Like, he actually probably shouldn't have even survived there. But because he does, that's what wins on this point. And of course, there goes Shadowburn to, like, come over the top and finish him off.
But it looks like that was the final push that Rogue needed to at least get 3 points on the board. But 3 points in 9 minutes. That means FaZe plenty of time to beat this. Actually looking really good.
Yeah, but now it went from they might be looking good and they still might have the advantage statistically, but given that they got a full team wipe with about 20 seconds remaining there, this has to feel a little bit bitter to FaZe, because if they had held there and Rogue did not get that,
FaZe could have easily held there. I think like Tavik just got a little, I don't know, he got lucky there. Like he went down to like 18 health and survived. He dies there. I don't think they get any of those kills, or they only get like half of them.
Certainly still favored based on what we've seen thus far.
The biggest thing is killing the Zarya when the Zarya is on defense. Like if you kill the defensive Zarya, like your opening is so much easier. It's so much easier to get kills when Zarya is dead. The Zarya outdamages a McCree pretty much in this game, and the Reaper actually if she's high enough charge, and she's generally high charge.
The first time they went around, they got 2 points in less time than they have on the clock. If you just go by trends, it looks like they're gotta feel pretty nice now as they've switched on over to attack. And Tavik though switching to that Junkrat again, and that's gonna be pesky. Will Tavik be able to get more value this time?
Time Bank's gonna be so much better for competitive. Like for people who don't know why, it's just because like the better team will win more times in Time Bank than they will in Stopwatch. I can like go into more depth after this is over. I think Time Bank's a good idea.
Still blowing my mind way after the fact, but here we go. FaZe is going to be
so they're just going in with the Winston Genji Tracer, same thing they did before. Shadowburn's just cocky at this point. He's like, I am the best Genji. Let's go. They just overload them. Go right in. Shadowburn dies quick. That's not good for FaZe. But Too Easy gets the kill on Tavik, which is pretty good, and Zombs is still alive, pumping damage into them. Too Easy actually just went nuts. Like I don't know how he got the Reinhardt and the Junkrat. That's a little absurd.
Because even if they lose this fight now, they're going to be able to reinforce much quicker. AKM is being the hero though, picks up the double kill, looking for a little bit more. Too Easy still alive at the point, playing it into AKM, ends up backing out a bit.
My god, that Zarya is so charged.
Finishes what Too Easy started, looking for a little bit more.
But then Shadowburn respawns, comes in for the kill. So Shadowburn dying first just got him back to the fight that much faster. Kind of funny how this works. Like people die and then they wind up back in the fight before it's even over. You kill Shadowburn with the death rollers. That's what I mean. You just overload them at the beginning. You get your kills. See, like that's what I mean. Like Tavik's on this Junkrat now. Do you really want to be on this Junkrat? I don't think he wants to be on this Junkrat. Once Too Easy dies there, I don't know that you need to pop the monkey ult. FaZe needs to just die here and lick their wounds. Take it. This really comes down to execution now because Rogue has the Transcendence and Zombs has the Black Hole, so the only way that they're going to get kills through the Transcendence is with the Sticky Bomb, the Pulse Bomb from the Tracer.
synergy.
So if they can get a really good pulse bomb in the black hole, then it'll win them the fight. But if they can't, then it'll probably be Rogue's fight to lose. But I still don't like this Junkrat because I feel like it could be a Mei and it'll get more done.
They're rolling right in. Graviton is going to come out. Does pull in 3 people. Shadowburn. Dragon Blade is unsheathed. Soundbearer is out. Everyone all in.
Okay, so he got the sticky bomb off, but I don't think it killed anything. Too Easy's still alive, so if he can get kills here, that's really big. They just outpositioned them for sure there. Like, that was just a positioning area. Like, all of FaZe got stuck, or all of Rogue got stuck in that little left side. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to have the menu up. I actually didn't even notice it on my screen.
Incredible from Reinforced to pull the trigger at that point. Incredible for his team as they were looking really down and out. And now 2 minutes and 30.
Been like that for a minute. I'm gonna get flamed. I always get flamed on YouTube comments for having the menu up. I really didn't. I honestly had no idea. I can't even see it. I always right click and then it fucks me up. I'm sorry guys. I'm too busy looking at the ults at the top.
Great value off that combination of ultimates.
Well, for Rogue, that was a huge fight that they needed to win. And more than that, it looked like they had given up 2/3, but they only gave up 1/3. So Rogue or FaZe is not actually in the greatest situation as before. Zombs does have another Graviton up already. He built up a lot. They will have one in their favor as they move right in. Here they go.
I'm surprised they didn't win on that fight though. Zombs has black hole again. And there it is. That's the combo that they wanted last fight. Unco didn't even get his ult off. I'm not sure how he didn't get his ult off.
FaZe is going to Atlanta.
Oh wow, look at this ZP. You can't trickle out of spawn when everyone dies.
That's all it took. I'm not sure what happened with Unco there. Did Unco just not have it or what?
With the Zarya ultimate, absolutely huge.
That's pretty neat.
Gotta be play of the game. Zombs and Too Easy making it happen for their team with a massive upset, an incredible upset. Right.
Although this is kind of too easy too, because like Too Easy gets the thing here.
Will end up taking out the champions and moving on to Atlanta.
So this is indicative of a few things. Not only is FaZe on the rise, but Rogue has not defeated their consistency problems. There's really nothing more to be said about that. Where Rogue, they showed up much harder on LAN, but online they still have the tendency to drop games where arguably they shouldn't. But speaking of dropping things right now, or not dropping, we are joined by our host and analysis.
That's better than my actual handwriting.
That's why I should have went.
Alright, so that was that. Nothing else to talk about. GG's to FaZe. That defense from them was actually like too good almost. I mean, it was too good to be true. It's kind of like what happens in Rise versus Method. If you guys watched that match.
Let's start on game
But,
one. Kind of the farthest from our memory. We can talk about Anubis because everyone, you know, is such a hype game.
Yeah.
But back in game one, Kings.
That's
Road,
that map.
FaZe's attack, everything went well.
So sorry to everyone that watches this on YouTube and the menu shows up, and everyone on Reddit that's going to tell me, oh, you had the menu up, asshole. And I honestly don't even see it. Like, in my eyes, I'm not even looking at it. I don't even realize.
Second checkpoint, so there was, you know, some
I apologize in advance. The good news is that most people don't even watch the third video in the series. They only go to the first two and they watch like the first 15 minutes of it. I watched like the analytics thing. What's up, puppy?
at all, and it was all.
My dog that wants me to stop streaming right now.
All the support staff did a great job with the tanks and supports not dying out of
So yeah.
very little.